Jeff Slauson here from 19 News Now at the 19 News Digital Desk, going to be bringing you live right now to an active situation where there was a police-involved shooting in South Euclid. Going to take you there right now. We have our CNN New Yorker live on the scene there, our Kelly Kennedy heading there as well. So here's what we know as of 4:20 today on the 26th. Initial reports was that there was an incident at the Walmart at Oakwood Commons within basically the last hour or last 2 hours or so. The suspect has been transported to the hospital, and the South Euclid Police Department has called in BCI to handle this investigation. Now, that is very typical for BCI to be brought in a situation like this, because BCI is typically used when there is some sort of an officer-involved shooting. They want that to be a nonpartisan, a very clear-cut investigation where it is not being done by the police department where the shots were fired from. South Euclid Police have said that they're going to be releasing more information, but as we wait for that more information, let's get to the specifics. No officers injured. BCI, again, is going to be mobilized to the scene here, and we know that the suspect has been taken to the hospital. So those are the let's say, limited information that we have. But what we are looking for right now is just to see how this investigation is starting to unfold. Again, our CNN New Yorker is on the scene there. Kelly Kennedy will be getting to the scene. When Sia arrived initially, she was let in by police and then moved. So they put her clearly too close, then they moved to a different location. So as we start to examine, look into, evaluate what the situation is, I want everybody to remember that we are still waiting for more confirming information. We have had sources in South Euclid Police inform us on different parts of this as well, but still waiting for some more confirming information on this. The Director of Community Services and Development for the City of South Euclid is the one that released some of the information, or actually quite a big chunk of this information. But you can just see how expansive this investigation is and how expansive that area is as well, basically covering multiple buildings there. You see the Walmart, you see the Subway, and then on the left-hand side, the Burlington Coat Factory is also in that area as well. We were discussing this in our afternoon meeting. This has been the spot of quite a few problems actually in the past, that Walmart in that area. So this is not shocking necessarily for that spot, but still for many of the people, an officer-involved shooting at or near Walmart is a big deal. All of those stores in that area are closed as of right now, so for anybody that was hoping to get some shopping done, you are not going to be able to do so, as we of course await more official information on this. The suspect, again, has been hospitalized. This is a Warrensville Center Walmart, but we do not know quite a bit still. What we don't know. What led up to the shooting that happened more than an hour ago? I'm just going to listen in here and see if Sia's saying anything there. We still do not know if potentially more people were involved in that, and we do not know specifically which spots this was in. No officers injured, again. A police source has said that a vehicle occupied by the suspect struck several cars in the parking lot while trying to get away. So we don't know if this initiated inside of the Walmart and then spilled out. We just don't know as of right now. But we are expecting at some point to be updated by police. And again, we have CNN New Yorker on scene. We have Kelly Kennedy heading to the scene. So we'll have multiple reporters on this as well.
Welcome them. Thank you all for watching.
So again, Jeff Slauson here from 19 News Now at the 19 News Digital Desk, providing you with the latest in this South Euclid officer-involved shooting. What we have confirmed as of right now, one suspect has been taken to the hospital. No officers were hurt in this officer-involved shooting, again, in South Euclid. The call initially came out at about 3:15, as you see some vehicles starting to arrive there, and we're going to start to see some Bureau of Criminal Investigation cars, BCI cars, arriving on scene pretty soon. That again is being done because this is an officer-involved shooting, and they want the investigation to be thorough. You don't want the investigation into an officer-involved shooting to be done by the officer's police department. That could be biased. This is the way that they do it typically in this state of Ohio. This is the easiest way to be able to maneuver it, and the easiest way to be able to handle this with the most effective and most accurate reporting that they possibly can. So again, the information that we have is limited. We don't know specifically what started this and how this was initiated. A police source has told us that a vehicle occupied by the suspect or suspects, again, we don't know if there's multiple here, struck several cars in the parking lot while attempting to get away. So don't know what that scene was like. We can show you at least that this entire area, so again, this is in the Warrensville Center Road area. This is a pretty large plaza there. In that plaza, there's a bunch of businesses. There's a Valvoline, there's a Penn Station, there's a Popeyes, there's a Walmart, a pretty massive Walmart, and then there's a Famous Footwear, a Burlington Coat Factory, a TJ Maxx, a Home Goods, and then there's a kosher market closer to Warrensville Center Road. But there's a lot, and I mean a lot of space for this to happen. Again, this is an area where we had previously reported of some pretty different or difficult situations, specifically related to that Walmart. So unsure as of right now of anything more than what I've at least said. However, we're still trying to uncover more of that information. I'm still trying to make our way through that. All right, so I was just conversing with Caitlin McCarthy, my colleague here at 19. She's gonna actually send me a story because, yeah, this same Walmart has had a couple of weird things here, and in particular one that involved a knife. However, essentially what we do is we're working with our CA New Yorker and our crews on the ground to let them continue to report, but have us able to still provide you the latest on all of our digital streams. At 4:30, we are expecting her to be making a live report on TV. So of course, when that happens, we're going to take it live here as well, and that'll be able to get the latest and most accurate information, of course, from her as we continue to watch the live scene unfold. I still haven't totally seen anybody from BCI. Obviously, there's a large chance that they're already on scene, but that's what we don't know, or we don't know when they're going to be arriving. But when I'm talking about BCI being there, they investigate this just like the police department. And again, you're going to be seeing Sia just doing her normal reporting job here, because again, we are taking her live feed and using this to be able to show you breaking news as it comes. This is the most breaking that we could possibly get to this here. I'm going to take it off while they make sure that she's centered. But so BCI, what they do is they try and piece it together to determine if it was valid that an officer discharged their weapon in the line of duty. If that's the case, then there are obviously no charges filed. If they determine that the officer was not acting within the line of duty, was not acting within their own jurisdiction, that's when you see the potential for charges to be brought, and ultimately the potential for some sort of a trial to take place as well. You can see Sia again standing in front of the camera here as we await for her to make her appearance on 19 News at 4:30. That's going to be coming up in less than 50 seconds here. But I'll recap before she gets going. Again, a suspect has been taken to the hospital. No officers were hurt in this officer-involved shooting that happened at about 3:15 earlier today. This is in the South Euclid area. The Walmart in which this took place was on Warrensville Center Road. There are tons of different businesses around that spot. You can see the same behind her when I pull that up there. You can see all the businesses that are behind her. That massive Walmart, very popular. Lots of businesses in this spot, so very much so frequented. We have a police source that has told us that the vehicle that was occupied by the suspect or suspects was attempting to get away and struck several cars in the parking lot while trying to do so. Have not seen that damage as far as the video that we're getting, but when Sia and the photographer that she is with arrived on scene, initially police allowed her to go to a certain spot, and then that was decided that they were too close. So then they moved them way, way back. So now from the video that you're seeing of Sia out there, she's pretty far back from the scene there. We're expecting at some point to hear from South Euclid Police, but that takes time. And the updates on that take time. We typically in this situation, if there was a really active shooter situation going on, if they fear that there were multiple suspects still out there, we would not even be allowed as close as we are at this point. So this is at least telling as far as where the investigation is at this time. Again, you're seeing Sia live right there. So we are very close to her bringing a live report for us here on 19 News. And of course, we will wait to hear if she has any additional information on that. But we are just getting back from break, I think, in the next minute or so. All right, let's cut out of that because I don't want you to have to see them maneuvering the camera there as Sia's obviously getting ready to go here. Let's see. Okay, Caitlin just sent me the story. So yeah, this happened in 2022. So there was up here we go. We got Sia.
Seen here in the parking lot, South Euclid Walmart. I'm going to step out of the way so you can see. Police have this area blocked off. No one is able to get in or out right now. Police here on the ground gathering evidence. Now, a police source told us that a car occupied by a suspect struck several cars in the parking lot trying to get away. I can tell you that the suspect has been taken to the hospital. We are not sure of a condition right now, but no officers were injured in this shooting. Again, this Walmart here is the scene of heavy police activity as police work to gather evidence in this officer-involved shooting. The suspect is in the hospital. We're working to learn that person's condition as they work to gather that evidence. As soon as we get more information, we'll bring it to you live on air and online. Reporting live here in South Euclid, Sia New Yorker, 19 News.
Yeah, so Sia reporting essentially what we have here at this point. The thing that I was pulling up before Sia went on TV there is the same Walmart, the same South Euclid Walmart. This was 2022, July 8th of 2022. Armed shoplifter barricades himself inside fire vehicle outside of South Euclid Walmart. So again, this Walmart has been known to have some somewhat crazy things happening. I'm going to read it off while they get their shot reset up here. So multiple officers were responding to this. This again taking place in 2022, again at the same exact Walmart where they had a suspect that was armed with a knife. They were a shoplifter. Ultimately, they were able to get that resolved. But in this situation, it's yet to be determined exactly what has gone on and, of course, exactly where this will go. All right, I'm going to wrap up our digital stream here because this shot doesn't really show much here. All you can see are looks like some wood or something like that. I think they put the camera down, so we're going to go off of this then. But, of course, whenever we get the latest update on that, we will provide it to you as soon as possible. Suspect shot. I'm just trying to see if there's... That's it. Okay, yep. So they are putting their camera down. So we're going to end our stream then here. Again, a suspect has been shot in an officer-involved shooting in South Euclid. Whenever we get the latest updates, of course, we'll bring them to you both on air and online. And our coverage continues over on 19 News for the next 2 hours or so. So we'll see you there.
19 News, now streaming on Samsung Smart TV. Search for channel 1035.